Alright, hello my darlings, I hope you're doing very well. If you're new here, welcome my darling. Please don't forget to subscribe and of course hit the notification bell, and of course follow me on Instagram if you want to know more about what I do and what I buy and basically everything. So guys, today I have a massive haul for you, and this is mainly like 100% basically a beauty haul and makeup haul. So I got a couple of stuff from Chanel, and I also got a lot of things from Charlotte Tilbury. And today basically it is gonna be my first day testing them. So I'm testing them first time ever on camera with you. And also this is my absolute debut when it comes to Charlotte Tilbury makeup, because I always thought I only can get it in the UK, and when I worked in the UK back in the day, I was basically too poor to get it. So I would just window shop. And now, since I'm in Poland, I actually discovered that it is on ASOS. Did you know? It's amazing, like, and they have such good prices for Charlotte, so I just splurged. So yeah, I'll be testing Charlotte Tilbury, the most iconic products. Also, I have very nice stuff from Chanel as well. For the things that I do not have from both brands, I'll be using my older makeup, but we'll see how it goes. So yeah, if you're interested, let's go ahead and jump right in. By the way guys, for the next few videos, you will see me in complete different hair colors, because I am returning to my natural color, which is kind of like this, I shall say, more or less. I think way more cool, but more or less. So at the moment I'm just going through basically all the colors possible, because you know, when you are removing black hair dye, you cannot do it just in one go, you have to do it in process. And you know, right now here is quite blonde because it got bleached so much faster than the rest, etc, etc. Of course I do it at the hairdresser. We have like our monthly sessions, and this is what I have now. The hair is still wet, so I probably look like this jaguar right here, like all spotty and like gross, but this is just hair, and I really wanted to do it for the longest time. I was tired of my black hair, so yeah, I'm just tired of dyeing my hair and I want to get back to my natural color. So please do not offend me in the comments. This is just a stage that I'm going through. So guys, let's go ahead and jump right in. I'm just gonna pull my hair back because I know it's quite annoying to many people, me included, when someone does their makeup on camera and they have hair that's just basically in their faces. Does it look decent? I don't think so, but let's roll with it. Actually, I'm gonna do a quick half up, half down to, you know, just be a little bit more camera appropriate. Now I look like a samurai. Whatever, it's not gonna be better. Alright, so let me show you what I have. I have, of course, Airbrush Flawless Filter by Charlotte, and I have it, no, this is actually the foundation, this is the filter, and I have it in the shade medium along with the foundation, which is the newest one for the brand, and this is the Airbrush Flawless Foundation, and I have it in the shade 6 Neutral. And I've been doing like a massive research about this foundation to find my shade match, which was a struggle, I'm not gonna lie. But I found out that actually the neutral colors are more on the yellow side, and the warm colors are actually very orange. So I went ahead and I went with neutral, and this is shade 6. I don't know, it might be way too light. We'll see, because usually people who have a similar color to my skin went for 7.5, but I was like, you know, winter's coming, Jon Snow's coming, so I'm gonna go with the lightest shade because they oxidize pretty heavily. So I just want to be on the safe side, because I way prefer to have a shade that's a little bit too light and just, you know, amend it with bronzer than to have it too orange and, you know, basically it's not beautiful look, right? So yeah, this is the foundation and flawless filter. So let me start with the flawless filter because it's basically like, you know, kind of a highlight, kind of a primer, a little bit of concealing action as well. So yeah, again, this shade might be way too light. I can see it's quite muted of a shade. Yeah, and it's definitely quite light. I think I'm gonna go ahead and order 5.5 or 4.5 because they seem way more sunny, so to speak. And I am going on vacation very soon, so I think this will actually be brilliant to have this flawless filter for vacation. Okay, I'm just gonna use a brush to buff it in, which I don't usually do with primers because I usually use my fingers, but since we are trying this out, let's go ahead and do it like the professional way. Okay, so the shade is not bad at all because it's super ultra sheer. As you can see, it's super glowy. Like, look at this side and look at this side. And by the way, the lights are set up the same way from both sides, so you would see the exact same thing. Nice. I'm seeing myself in the viewfinder and I look like a disco ball from this side, which is good. I like it. It's a good thing. All right, I'm gonna just put it on the other side. I definitely want it on the highest points of my face, but I'm basically putting it everywhere because why not? This is basically gonna be my primer for today, and we will see how it is with their foundation because I hope it's gonna work nicely. By the way, I did prime my face with a moisturizer and just a regular face oil, and I love putting face oils before high coverage foundations because it just works like magic. All right. Wow, that's so nice. I definitely want a darker shade for summer, but this basically gives you that beautiful glass skin effect, like super healthy. It's very sheer, so I don't think there will be much difference with the colors. But if I want something, you know, just more, again, sunny, warmer, I will go for darker shades. So I will be ordering that as well, but now I know. And now we are moving on to the fun part, guys. I'm really scared because of this shade. I just hope it works. Like, fingers crossed it works, guys. Let's see. Okay, so right off the bat it looks quite light, but again, I know it oxidizes pretty heavily, but the undertone is actually pretty spot on. It's just perfect. It's not too olive, it's not too neutral. Perfect amount of yellow, I must say. And actually, like on the lightest spot of my neck, it's already perfect. So I'm just gonna buff it in with the same brush that I had my flawless filter used. It actually blends in very nicely, and I feel like this flawless filter also gave my face kind of a slippery texture, you know. So I'm not too sure if this flawless filter was the best idea, because I think it's not gonna grip as nicely as it would if I only had a moisturizer. So keep that in mind. That's just my first impression, but it feels quite slippery with that flawless filter. But we'll see, we'll see. And it immediately oxidizes, but the shade is actually pretty perfect. Like, it's literally the color of my neck. So when I'm tan, I will surely need to go darker than this. So after my vacation I will probably just not use this foundation, or I'm just gonna purchase another shade obviously. But I have so many dark foundations to the point that nothing matches me at the moment, so I think I'm just gonna have it as my, you know, paler skin foundation and use the other ones when I'm tanner, because I need to use those babies up, like I really do. Okay, I'm just gonna put some on the forehead, and on the forehead, I don't know if you can see, but I can clearly see that it has a very nice yellow undertone. Oh, I love the undertone, I really do, guys. From that perspective, it is amazing. Okay, let me finish off this half of my face and I'll be right back. Okay, so I'm gonna give you an absolute close-up. Don't mind that, this is just my concealer getting tacky before I blend it. So this is how the foundation looks like. As you can see, the match is perfect. This is 6 neutral again. And I wouldn't say it's like extremely full coverage. It's definitely buildable to full coverage, but at the first application, I would say it's more of a medium plus. But it did cover most of my spots. Like, I have a lot of sunspots and freckles, so they're pretty much okay covered. So yeah, this is the close-up. As you can see, it's starting to set, and I don't really see much of getting into the fine lines. We'll see how, you know, it looks when it's all set, but it looks very nice with that flawless filter underneath. It actually looks very pretty and super duper glowy. I'm sure it's gonna be definitely more matte without it, so I will have to try it without flawless filter, but this way it just looks very nice and dewy. So yeah. Okay, so I just put my concealer on and set it with my loose powder by Huda Beauty. That's what I always do, and that would never change. I always need like a loose powder under my eyes, and I did my brows real quick. So now we can move on to this baby here, and unfortunately I will be not able to use one product, which is the another foundation that I got, and this is the newer one again, Le Beige foundation from Chanel. And that is in the shade BD41, so it's like a medium warm yellow foundation. It looks absolutely beautiful, and this is definitely a lighter coverage than Charlotte. Actually, maybe I should do another tutorial with it, like full face of Chanel. Tell me in the comments below if you want it, but this is how it looks like. I think the shades are pretty similar. Yeah, they're very similar. So if I want a lighter coverage but still very long wearing, because I heard this is very nicely long wearing, I'm gonna use the Chanel. And if I want something very much medium to full coverage, I'm gonna use the Airbrush. But now that it's all set, I didn't set it with the powder yet all over, but it looks really beautiful. Like the color, guys, I don't know how I did it, but the color is spot on. So if you are anywhere near my shade range, you're gonna love number 6 neutral. It's just perfect for me, really perfect. And this will be my perfect winter shade as well, because this is the palest that I can get. So for summer I'll probably go shade up. So I have another thing from Chanel that I just already unboxed it. I'm sorry guys, but this is the only one time that I cheated in this video. I couldn't help myself, I had to use it, and that is the new Chanel Le Beige. I mean, it's not like new, but it's newer, and that is the deep shade of the Soleil Tone de Chanel, and this is perfect for medium to dark skin tones. Look at this baby. So the previous version of this, the light one, didn't even show up on my face, which is a massive banger because I really love the texture, how it blends. It's just beautiful, but it just didn't show up on me. So this one is just perfect. So I'm just gonna grab like a nice angled brush, quite dense, and I'm just gonna dip it into the product and contour. And this is perfect because you can use it under powder, over the powder. Is just such a beautiful formula. It's insane. And I also put it a little bit on my eyelid because I like that pre-contouring effect. And this is definitely perfect for medium skin tones. And I'm just gonna go up with it with whatever is left on my brush. But this gives me the most perfect contour. It's fantastic. I know it might look quite harsh on the camera because, you know, the contrasting is quite high, etc. But I'm just gonna also blend it a little bit so it, you know, it's just seamless. And yeah, love it. Just love it. This is definitely the perfect product if you want that effortless contour, if you just wanna beautifully bronze up your face without any fail. This is so fail proof, guys. It's insane. Like, I don't know any other product that does such a great job. Of course, there is a contour one from Charlotte Tilbury. Unfortunately, it was sold out on ASOS, so I could not test it myself, but as soon as it gets back in stock, I will surely get my hands on it, along with those light beauty ones, or however they're called. I really want to try them out. So yeah, a little bit on my nose as well, and of course forehead and that little, you know, pre-contouring of the lid. It's just perfect. And also whatever's left on my brush, I'm gonna drag it, actually put a little bit more on my brush and just drag it along my jaw, because, you know, we all need that little shape. So yeah, this is the Chanel Le Beige bronzer, and again, it's absolutely fantastic. Definitely better to be used under the powder, but I'm sure it's going to be beautiful over the powder as well, because the formula is just so good. So that's that. And now we can actually powder. And I have another Charlotte Tilbury product, and this is so hyped up. Everybody loves it so much, and that is the Airbrush Flawless Finish, the micro powder, and I have the shade medium, and I didn't even take it out of the box, so let's see how it actually looks. Oh, it's super sleek. I thought it would be way bigger, like, you know, they're bronzers, but it's actually quite small of a packaging. Super sleek, perfect for little purses, like the ultimate powder to have it on the go. So what brush should I use? Actually, let me get something quite fluffy, maybe like this, and I'm just gonna dip it in. Shade medium looks very nice. It's a little bit yellow, but like a beige yellow. So I'm gonna start with my forehead and let's see how it's working. Ooh, super smoothing. I'm also gonna use it around my cheeks, and also I'm gonna powder my lid, because I have quite oily eyelids. I don't know why, because my skin in general is definitely on a drier side, but my lids really like to act up. And also I'm gonna put a little bit more powder here, just to, you know, chisel that contour a little bit more as well. So yeah, the powder is absolutely beautiful. Definitely a thumbs up from me. I hope I don't have a residue on my jumper, but that is a powder. So nice. It's a matte, but not like a flat matte. I really like it. So yeah, now I'm gonna put some blush and bronzer, and I'm gonna use the Fenty Beauty bronzer. I have the shade Beiges. Probably mispronounced it, but that's okay, because we can't be geniuses in everything, can we? So I'm just gonna, you know, set my Chanel bronzer, also do some nose contour, and this is basically what I do. If you want like an in-depth tutorial of how I do things, I'll link it for you, but this is gonna be definitely a quicker one, so I'm not gonna explain that much. Okay, so I always have to do my nose a little bit, and again I'm gonna just glide through those eyelids again. Pretty. Okay, now for the blush, I really wanted to get the blush, but I couldn't decide. I wasn't sure if I should get Pillow Talk or Pillow Talk Intense, or if I should get Climax. I just could not decide. So if you already own Charlotte Tilbury blushes, let me know. Let me know which one I should get, but in the meantime I'm gonna use MAC Cheeky Bits. And that is it. Okay, cheeks done. Now we have to move on to the highlight, because you know I live for some highlight, and I'm gonna use the Dior one because I wanted to get Film Star Bronze and Glow, but I had like a panic attack. I already put it in my cart, but I had a panic attack that, oh my god, look at this highlight. I had a panic attack basically that the original is going to be too light for me, the bronzer, and I couldn't get my hands on the medium one because it was so loud. So let me know if you have a medium skin tone and the light one works for you, because I really want to try it and it looks so beautiful. But yeah, that's our highlight pretty much done. Now whatever's left on the brush, I'm just dabbling into my nose, and that is it. So for my eyes, I am gonna be using this Natural Nude from Too Faced, because it kind of gives me off that, you know, Charlotte Tilbury, rosy, dreamy kind of vibe. So I'm just gonna take a brush like this and I'm gonna dip it into warm rose, and this is what I'm gonna start with. And I'm winging it outwards as well, and now I'm gonna go into my lower lash line, and this is gonna give me that beautiful brownish rosy look. Okay, now for the middle of my lid, I'm gonna use something sparkly. I'm gonna go with the rose gold, and I'm just gonna put it with my finger because they're very they're kind of like pressed glitter, so if you use your finger it's gonna be much better. And that rose gold shade, guys, is just wow, beautiful. Just look how it catches the light. So excuse that mascara flakes on my lid, but now I have to wait for them to dry to scratch it off and do my eye all over again. But I really love the makeup. Besides that, I really love this palette. I haven't used it for a while and it's so good, especially for those, you know, brownish rosy shades. Beautiful. So now the fun part, I have 3 lipsticks and 3 lip liners from Charlotte. So with lipsticks, I have Pillow Talk, the original, of course, I had to get it. Then I have Bitch Perfect from the Kissing formula, and another matte which is Very Victoria. So I'm gonna swatch it on my hand for you, just so you have an idea how they differ from each other. So the first one we are swatching is Very Victoria. Oh, this is very much my shade. This is how it looks like. Very nice. It's like a dusty light brown with a little bit of rose. Then we have Pillow Talk, which basically people compare the two very much. And by the way, Very Victoria is usually worn by Meghan Markle, so that's cool. So now we have Pillow Talk. It's definitely, they're so creamy, by the way, wow. It's definitely lighter and more pinky, but I think it's a very universal of a pink. So that's that. And the last one we have Bitch Perfect, which I really wanted to get my hands on. Oh, this is very light and very peachy. So that is Bitch Perfect right here. Very nice, very, very nice. And I have 3 lip liners, but 2 of them are the same color because I knew I'm gonna love it. So I've got 2 lip liners that are in the shade Iconic Nude, and I have Pillow Talk, of course. But since most of you probably know Pillow Talk already, I'm gonna use Iconic Nude today, because why not? Oh, I already see it's gonna be good, and I'm gonna pair it with Very Victoria, I think, because this is definitely my vibe, and I don't want too much pink on my face, you know what I mean? I have very rosy eyelids with mascara all over them, and I just want something a little bit more browny. So let's see. Okay, so this is how Iconic Nude looks like. It is still on the pink side, I must say. Like, I really love Kim Kardashian lip liners, and they're like truly brown, you know what I mean? So I really don't regret getting so many of KKW lip liners because they're spot on with their colors. But I was really missing something a little bit more rosy, dusty rosy in my collection. So that's perfect. It's really beautiful though. Okay, so I'm gonna use Very Victoria. They're basically the same shade. Yeah. Not much has changed, has it? And the formula is so nice. Looks very nice. I think I'm gonna leave it like that, you know, with that matte effect. So let me just do something with my hair, take off that dang mascara off my lid. Alright, my darlings, so this is the finished makeup look. I really love the foundation and the powder. I hate my hair and I hate the mascara. When it comes to the lippies, I think I'm gonna, since we are already aware how Very Victoria looks like, let me take it off and let me put on Bitch Perfect. Or at least tap it out and put it on top. Cause I don't think it would hurt to have some nice light center going on, don't you think? Oh, this I love. This is my combo, guys. This one I adore so much. Oh, it fell. But that's okay. So yeah, guys, this is it. I highly recommend checking out all the products. Of course, this video is not sponsored. Everything I bought with my own money. But everything will be linked below for you guys if you're interested, along with my outfit and my jewelry, everything I'm wearing. So yeah, I really love those products. I still have to test out the Le Beige foundation. And other than that, I will probably keep buying the Charlotte stuff because there are so many lipsticks that I want. There are so many eye palettes and the Bronze and Glow. I just love the brand, I really do, but I'm the happiest that I got the foundation spot on. This is unbelievable. So yeah, guys, thank you so much for watching, and I see you in my next one. Bye!